Hey, it's so nice outside. Let's play with some water. I want to see what stays on the top and floats and what goes all the way to the bottom. What sinks? Do you know what will float and what will sink? But first, we need some more water.
Let's try a
Spoon. Do you think it's going to go to the bottom or stay on the top? Sink or float? Let's try it. Here we go. In. Oh, did you see that? It's down there on the bottom. That sinks. I'll take it out. Whew, it's wet. Let's try something else.
Let's try a
Ball. Will it go to the bottom, sink, or float? What do you think? Here we go. Say, put it in. Look at that. The ball floats on the top. I'll take it out. I have another ball. Ooh, that can bounce. Do you think it will sink or float? Sink or float? Let's try it. Ready? We'll say, put it in. Oh, did you guess right? Did the ball stay at the top or go to the bottom? Yeah, the ball is at the bottom. That ball was a sinker. The ball sinks. I'll take it out.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah, that's a leaf. Do you think the leaf will go to the bottom or float on top? Bottom sink or top float? Did you tell me? Okay, let's try it. Say, put it in. Can you see that? Look. It's floating. It's on the top. The leaf can float. I'll take it out. Look, it's all wet. Huh.
Let's try this.
Pine cone. Do you think the pine cone will sink or float? Sink to the bottom or float on top? Are you ready? Say, put it in. Here you go. Ready? Plop. What is it doing? The pine cone is floating. Did you know the pine cone would float? I think I'll take it out. Ready? Out. The pine cone's made of wood. Can you see it? This is a quarter. Do you think the quarter will stay on the top? Will it float? Or will it go to the bottom? Sink or float? Sink or float? What will the money do? Will the money sink or float? Make sure you tell somebody. You ready? We're going to say put it in. Here we go. Put it in. Oh! Where is it? Do you see it? Plop! Right there to the bottom. Let's see if we can peek at it. Way down at the bottom. Way down at the bottom there. Right there on the bottom. That quarter does not float. It sinks. There it is. I'll get it out. Oh, it's very wet. Let's try this toy. Do you know what it is? It's a Lego. Do you know if Legos sink or float? Did you ever have a Lego in the bathtub? Do they sink or float? Let's try it. Ready? Say, put it in. Here we go. Ready? Look at that. The Lego is on top. It's not going down. It's staying on the top. The Lego is floating. Ready? There it is. The Lego is floating right there on the top. I can't even make it sink. Oh, maybe I can. Oh my goodness. Surprise, surprise. Look at that. First it was on the top and then it went to the bottom. I wonder why. Oh, I see. It had some air. Watch. Let's see if we can make it float again. Put it on the top first. It had some air trapped in there. Did you see that? It's floating, floating. And then if we give it a little push, it gets some air. See the bubbles come out? Let's see if we can see the bubbles come out. Oh, I heard them. There go the bubbles. Oh, it's sinking. The Lego went to the bottom. That was a surprise. Okay, let's take that Lego out. Ready? Tell me out. Take the Lego out. The Lego's all wet. Let's try something else. How about this fun toy? What is it? Row, row, row your boat. You're right. Will a boat sink? Oh, I hope not. Will a boat float? I think a boat will float. What do you think? It might depend if we put it in like this or like this. I'm going to put it in like this. Ready? Tell me, put it in. Here we go. Say in. There we go. Look. It's floating. Row, row, row your boat. The boat can float. It's floating on the top. Let's say, take it out. Ready? Take it out. There you go. It's all wet. That boat could float. Let's try something else. A stone? What do you think? Will a stone sink to the bottom or float on the top? A stone will... let's try it. Say, put it in. Are you ready? Say, in. Put the stone in. Oh! What happened? What happened? We can see really clearly there, right? What happened? Right there. That stone went to the bottom. A stone will sink, right? A stone will sink. Yep. That was cool. Should I take it out? Yeah, let's take it out. Out. It's very wet. Ooh, it's shiny. Look at that.
What will we try next?
It's a bathtub toy. This bathtub toy is a fish. What do you think this fish will do when I put it in the water? Sink or float? Sink or float? Let's try. Say, put it in. I bet you knew that. It's a bathtub toy. It floats. That fish can float. I'll take it out. Ready? Out. Oh, the fish is all wet. He could float on the top.
Do you remember how all of these things are the same? That's right. They all went to the bottom. They all sink. In goes the spoon and the money. In goes the green ball. It was hard and small there. In goes the Lego. Remember? It got some bubbles in it and went right to the bottom. And in goes the stone. Oop! They all sink to the bottom. Sink, sink, sink to the bottom. Do you remember these things? The boat and the fish and the ball and the pine cone? They all float up on the top. Watch, I'll put them in one more time. Here they go. In goes the ball. It's floating. And the pine cone. It's floating. And the fish, that bathtub toy, is floating. And the boat. The boat can float. Can you see? Some things sink and some things float. Now you can try this at home in your bathtub or in a bucket of water outside. It's fun to play with water and learn about things that can sink and float.